Hey, 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 hi, ladies. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is that you are joining from. Hi there. So good to have you here. It's so exciting that you are here today. I am glad. Good to see you. Hi, hi, hi. So let's start. Does it always start small? We've been having quite interesting conversations since this started, and this is day 11. And I gotta say, like, I'm super excited at what God is building in you. We have a couple of 20 some days left. Today's day 11. We're almost getting to at least over one third of what needs to be done. And so keep pushing, keep going, don't give up. I know it's a lot of work, but I'm rooting for you, girl. I'm really, 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 really rooting for you. You got my vote, and I'm super excited what God is building. Yesterday, we started a conversation on what do you see, and then today we're continuing on that conversation by asking a question: do I have to start small? Does it always have to start small? I want to read a quote, a couple of quotes for you before I talk to you about what I have to talk to you today. They said, from small beginnings come great things. All right, from small beginnings come great things. Another quote is, that's an unknown quote, by the way, by an unknown person. There's another quote that says, dream big but start small. Do what you can at a time. Dream big but start small. In fact, let me read the whole quote to you. It says, accomplish your tasks by one step at a time. Don't cut your coat according to your elder brother's size. Dream big but start small. Do what you can at a time. And then you are more likely to vomit your dreams if you take too much at a time. Take it one after the other. Don't overeat the dreams you have. Dream big, but start small. Don't overeat. Dream big, but start small. It's said by a guy named Israel Moore, Ivia, or something like that. But seriously, guys, like a lot has been said about small beginnings. Don't forget your small beginnings when you thrive. Don't forget your small beginnings when you grow. Don't forget your small beginnings and all that and all that. Taking small steps are very important to success because a man who moves mountains begins by carrying small stones. All right, and we must learn that we can start small. Start with the small things. Start with the little things. When we see the big things, we get overwhelmed by it. We get distracted by it because we can get carried away by the magnanimity of the things that we need to do, that we do not enjoy the journey. In fact, if anything, we are tormented by the very journey that we should enjoy as we progress. So, why should we start small? Well, first, it takes less time and less energy. It's easier to start small. For example, when I'm writing a book, which I currently am working on a book project right now, but this is a mini book, so it's about 20 to 30 pages as compared to my normal 50 to and above pages. But when I'm writing books like this, I start small. I take 2 pages a day, 3 pages a day. Before I know what is happening, I have pages and pages and pages written down that I'm going to work on. And if I sit down and say I want to write everything in 2 days, I get overwhelmed. I get distracted, I get scared because I'm like, what am I doing? Am I crazy? Or so it's better for us to start small, focus on small victories. For example, the recording of this video, recording of this, there's like about 25 to 30 podcasts. I think that's been estimated that we're going to release for you in the course of this program. Now, imagine if I left all of it and I said, I'm going to record it a day before we get started. I'm going to get overwhelmed. I'm going to get scared. I'm going to get carried away. I'm going to get choked up because and then my creativity will be diminished. And so I took my time and I began to record it at least two a day, on the days that I record, three a day some days. And look at it, today's day 11. And so over time I've been doing the little small things. It is the Then number two, which it leads me to, is that it prevents from overwhelming. I don't get overwhelmed because when we procrastinate and wait till the last minute, we get overwhelmed. We feel the pain. All right. So it's difficult when we choose to procrastinate and delay work. It's things are easier when I'm not overwhelmed by it. So when you don't have to do all the project in one day, you take it in little bits. You do the little bit. You understand that every big thing started small, and you begin to take steps to start small. And number three, it grows your confidence and motivation. Um, if you have goals to pursue and you do things daily towards it, by the end of today you feel good about it. But when you begin to stick to the plan, take actions, make progress, at the end of the day you're excited, you feel accomplished, you feel satisfied and motivated because you applaud yourself for the little things that you do. I mean, there was a day that I budgeted to record 12 different videos for different things, of course, and then I was so excited at the end of it because I was like, oh, when I'm done one video, I think I told the story in one of the podcasts, I stand up and I dance. That's me making myself feel confident. You got this, Rejoice. You're doing good. Tony Robbins said people who succeed have momentum, and the more they succeed, the more they want to succeed, and the more they find a way to succeed. Someone who is failing tends to be on a downward spiral that they even become a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure. So when we begin to build momentum, the more we gain, the more powerful we become. If I say I want to lose 20 pounds and I've lost 10 pounds, I'm more likely to keep going because I'm saying, oh, wow, I'm seeing my results and I'm building. Number four, it gives me the ability to pivot. Starting small allows me to pivot. It allows me to pivot. It allows me to pivot. And there's a Chinese proverb that said, don't be afraid of going slowly, just be afraid that you're standing still. You need to just start small. It allows you to try things and get feedback. Okay, is this working? Is this not working? How is this going to be better? How is this thing's not going to be better? Is there anything I need to change about my plan? Is there wordings I need to change? Maybe I can try the next door girl plan, or how am I going to get this done, and all of that. Asking these questions help you to thrive, help you to become better, help you to be rightly positioned in places, spaces, and atmosphere. All right. So it is much easier for you to grow. It is much better for you to grow. You thrive better, you do better, you soar better because you are in that posture and position where that your creativity is at its peak. You're not under pressure, you're not feeling overwhelmed. You can change plans, you can change strategies because there's no compoundness in it. It's not compounded. You're just trying your best. You're doing little by little per time and you're getting better at it. So, this is what you do. All right. So, finally, for one of the reasons is simply the first step. It's simply the first step. You're just taking the first step. When you take the first step, you take the second step, you take the third step, you take the fourth step. Before you know what is happening, you've taken maybe 20 steps, right? But if you're waiting for one big step that will take you to the 20th step, you may find yourself rather disappointed because, I mean, how far can your leg go? But if I take one little step, two little steps, three little steps, four little steps, and just keep going like that, I get better. I thrive. I soar. I am better. I challenge myself to do differently. I'm not stagnated. I'm doing things the way that I feel that I can to help me thrive. And so, how do I start to grow big? Number one, stop talking and get to work. Just do it. Just do it. Start from where you are. Take one step in that direction. Stop talking about what you want to do. Get to work. Take one step. You want to start a business, take one step towards it. And then tomorrow, wake up, take another step towards it, take another step towards it. Before you know what is happening, you are in the business. Many of us do not have the drive, We do not have the skills to put to action the very things that we're dreaming about. So get to work. Don't be so distracted by the things that are not working that you forget to pay attention to the things that are working. While you are seeking ways for improvement, celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small wins. And learn to make tough decisions. Learn to make tough decisions. Trust your God. Have confidence that you know what you're doing. Take those little small steps and clap for yourself when you get there. Be your greatest critic, yet be your greatest supporter. Don't go too hard on yourself, and also don't go too easy on yourself. Learn to rightly appropriate yourself. Ask people for feedback. Tell them, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I have been doing. Is there anything I can do differently? Is there anything I can do better? Things like this get people's attention. It gets people to participate in our growth process, because when we are good at despising little things, we're most likely going to throw away the little matchstick that has the potential of putting the entire forest on fire. The little things has the ability to skyrocket and explode. So we do not forget that little things carry heavy potentials. We're doing all that we can at the rate that we can, because the great opportunities that we want to get may not come at once, but it is possible that it is hidden in the tiny things that we neglect every day, the tiny things that we ignore daily, the tiny things that we just say it's not enough, it's not that, it's not that. While we are so focused on the things that it is not, we should not forget the things that it could possibly be. While we're so focused on the things that are not going right, let's not ignore the things that are going right. So learn finally to celebrate small wins, celebrate your wins. Oh my God, that went well. Wow, we saw the results that we wanted. Wow, wow, we saw the things that we wanted to see. Wow, we achieved the very things that we dreamed about. Oh wow, this happened, that happened, it happened like this. Begin to be excited about these things. Be rightly positioned about these things. Ask yourself questions. Oh, what can I do differently? Celebrate small wins. They are monumental victories that you can work towards, but recognize the smaller achievements along the way. Reflect on the small things that will help boost your morals. Like, oh, we made profit of 10 naira yesterday. That's profit. It may be 10 naira, but it is still profit, anyways. Celebrate those profits, thrive on it, like be excited about it. Don't just sit on the sidelines waiting for things to happen. Begin to pay attention to even begin to happen to things as well. That being said, that's great news. Let's move on. Finally, define what small is. You see, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because it is so real for me. It is so personal to me. And I've seen it work out and play out in my life severally over the course of my years. You see, a rat that is small is small. A goat that is small is also small. An elephant that is small. They are all small. The rat, the elephant, the goat, they are all small when they are born for the first time. You get to define your small. Do you want rat small, goat small, or elephant small? Because in the bid to start small, we must be very careful not to play safe. In the bid to start small, we must be very careful not to limit ourselves to comfortable. Because one of the things that, yes, we should start small, but we should not limit ourselves to the comfort of our comfort place, comfort zone. Oh, I tried this before and I saw results. So why don't I just keep trying this and this every single time? Because I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to respond differently and all of that. I have no issue with you not being able to respond differently, but I do have an issue with you limiting yourself, limiting your pictures, limiting your possibilities. I have an issue with you determining that You are going to settle for less than you can be. Why be a small rat when you can be a small elephant? Both are small, but the perspective of both matters. Both are small, but your understanding plays a major role in the pictures that you get to live with. Don't settle when you can have more. Don't give excuses when you can thrive. Go for gold, go for gold, go for gold, go for gold. I repeat again, go for gold, 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 and refuse to settle for anything less than you deserve. Remember, you are worth more. You are God's priceless investment, and let nobody tell you otherwise. Ladies, I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I'll see you tomorrow when we'll talk about more in our daily podcast. Have a good one and see you later. Bye for now.